In today's breaking story, Donald Trump set himself up for humiliation like the world has never seen before, believe me, and the internet did not disappoint. Stick around because I have the full breakdown of what happened, some great reactions, and a stunning twist that will tickle your anti-Trump funny bone. Trump may never be the king he wants to be, but he is the king of unintentional comedy, and this time he outdid himself. I'll share exactly what he did in just a minute, but first there's another breaking story that connects Trump and comedy. I came across this in a post by USA Today. Comedians took aim at Trump while honoring Conan O'Brien at the Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center adds extra relevance to the story because as president, Trump fired its board members and replaced them with his friends. Apparently, it was on his list of petty retribution for reasons that are unknown to me. And here's O'Brien receiving the Mark Twain Award there as his friends roast Trump. Have a look, and on the other side, I'll share Donald's self-inflicted wound.
Oh, this is a beautiful moment, just trying to take it in. You know, and look back on my career, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit tonight, but highs and lows, and feels like it's a little surreal.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an atmosphere of there's a little bit of tension built around this evening, given everything that has transpired. But, and although I'm, saddened about the state of things right now that we're headed into this evening, I think that it's only good for comedy.
Good evening. My name is John Mulaney. It's an honor to be here at the Kennedy Center, or as it will be known next week, the Roy Cohn Pavilion for big, strong men who love cats.
And I don't have time for this. You know what I'm supposed to be doing right now? Do you have any idea? I'm supposed to be shutting down the Department of Education, okay?
When Conan commits to something, he never backs down. Case in point, when he accepted the Mark Twain Prize, this was a very different place. Today, they announced 2 board members, Bashar al-Assad and Skeletor.
Twain hated bullies. He populated his works with abusers, such as Huck Finn's alcoholic father, Tom Driscoll, and Pudd'nhead Wilson, and he made his readers passionately hate those characters. He punched up, not down, and he deeply, deeply empathized with the weak. Twain was suspicious of populism, jingoism, imperialism, the money-obsessed mania of the Gilded Age, and any expression of mindless American might or self-importance. Above all, Twain was a patriot in the best sense of the word. He loved America, but knew it was deeply flawed. Twain wrote, "Patriotism is supporting your country all of the time and your government when it deserves it."
Now let's move away from the professional comedians roasting Trump to Trump setting up the amateurs to roast him. This came to my attention in a post from Brian Kassenstein, who said, Trump is having a full-blown meltdown on Truth Social, this time over a painting of him displayed at the Colorado State Capitol. He's lashing out at the governor, claiming the portrait is distorted. It'd be a real shame if everyone saw it and shared it. He's referring to Trump's hilarious Truth Social post that said, nobody likes a bad picture or painting of themselves, but the one in Colorado in the state capitol, put up by the governor along with all the other presidents, was purposely distorted to a level that even I, perhaps, have never seen before. The artist also did President Obama, and he looks wonderful, but the one on me is truly the worst. She must have lost her talent as she got older. In any event, I would much prefer not having a picture than having this one, but many people from Colorado have called and written to complain. In fact, they are actually angry about it. I mentioned hilarious, right? Republicans Against Trump posted this in reaction. Donald Trump is furious about a portrait of him hanging in Colorado State Capitol, calling it the worst and claiming it was purposely distorted to a level that even I, perhaps, have never seen before. Trump is such a petty, insecure baby. And the stunning twist that I mentioned at the top plays out in these 2 clips that exposes Trump's false narrative and that the actual source of the portrait is a Trump sycophant.
Donald Trump taking aim at a portrait of himself in the Colorado Capitol, calling it distorted. Trump took to Truth Social on Sunday to disparage the painting that had been hanging in the Capitol since 2019.
Fitting that a populist such as the president have the first crowd-funded campaign for his presidential portrait.
Lawmakers and community members celebrated the unveiling of President Donald J. Trump's portrait on Thursday. The space for our 45th president was empty for some time and went unnoticed until pranksters put a portrait of Russian President Vladimir Putin in its place. Former Senate President Kevin Grantham says with history, not politics in mind, he took it upon himself to raise the funds.
Within less than 36 hours, 216 contributions came in, totaling over the $10,000 necessary to put this portrait in its place.
In his post, he said that the painting was, quote, purposely distorted. Went on to say that Governor Polis should be ashamed of himself. The governor's office did respond, saying, quote, we appreciate the president and everyone's interest in our Capitol building and are always looking for an opportunity to improve our visitor experience.
Donald Trump's idiocy speaks for itself, and it is funny until it is dangerous. It can be dangerous because his pettiness knows no limits, and he can and will weaponize the government against those who insult him. I hope I'm not at risk, but I will let you know if I get audited or lose my Social Security benefits. Instead of analyzing Trump's beef with a portrait artist, I want to focus my summary on what Conan O'Brien said. Him breaking character to share the values of Mark Twain versus Donald Trump really puts a fine point on where we are, because Conan O'Brien never breaks character. Out of curiosity, I dug a little deeper into what Twain said about government and found this gem. Politicians are a lot like diapers. They should be changed frequently and for the same reasons. Twain's witty analogy underscores the skepticism we should have towards politicians and the need for regular accountability. And it reminds us that sadly, the opportunity for a much-needed change was missed back in November.